What's up, people? You know what day it is. It's Hump Day, Wednesday. How we do it every Wednesday night. Um, Tonight, but I must talk about one thing. I've been hearing people use this term, either model or mirror or stuff like that, in a reference to uh, being successful in anything, or duplication. And usually these terms are used in reference in especially the home base network marketing arena. Let me just tell you something. You can't model, you can't mirror, and you can't duplicate anything, because all successful things, um, notions, methods. But the problem with being trying to duplicate or mirror or uh, model is that those are all words used to refer to duplication to me. Right? Some may disagree with me on. I'm just tell you, you can't do those type of things. What you only thing you can do is be yourself. One of the damn things our society seems to not care about or not specify about is learning to be who you are. You. You the biggest commodity. You the biggest worth than any kind of method, system, or anything. Okay? You are the most important thing. If you don't learn to accept you as the biggest commodity, how you gonna step out in front of anybody else? There's a lot of noise today online. A lot of noise. And we always hearing so-called leaders talk about this mirroring, modeling, instead of telling them, learn to be yourself. Be your best person. Be the person that people want to be around. Stop trying to put everybody in this I don't know, a mold, a box. We all talk about being confident, being this, but when we're being confident based off of who we are, not our upline, not our downline, not any of those type of people, then people got a problem. And those are we're the biggest commodity. Okay? Like I said, modeling, mirroring, duplication, all mean the same thing. They just sound better because they don't, once there was the thing, well, still is, thing about duplication. Duplication is a farce. When Bruce Lee died, I always referred about Bruce Lee. He was an influence on my life. There's a difference between influence and trying to model. Influence, we all been influenced by different people. There's nothing wrong with that. But you take those influences and meld them into your life based off of who you are. I can't be Bruce Lee. One of the things that happened in the Hong Kong film industry, part of the American, when Bruce Lee died, that was the biggest problem. They're trying to find the next Bruce Lee. Instead of finding somebody maybe as good or maybe better, but they were actually trying to find the next Bruce Lee or somebody that stood out. That's what you do. Ain't nobody gonna replace Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was unique. Bruce Lee had a unique personality, different than any other martial artist that came around in the 20th century at that time. You'll find that. He did some things that he was way ahead of his time. Most people weren't willing to do. He stepped on a lot of toes. Most of y'all in this business and network marketing, too busy wanting to be liked, too busy wanting to please. And to be successful in anything, You got to step on some toes. You got to be willing to not please. Okay? I'm serious. Only way you're going to do it. Because you start sounding like everybody else online, you're just going to be amongst many in the noise of the online space. And who's going to recognize you? You got to do things that stand out. Too many people in network marketing say the same thing, are trained, and they do the mirroring, modeling, duplication strategy, and they wonder why they struggle. Because you don't learn to be who you are. You learn to be your upline or part of the leadership you're with. Which is the one reason most struggle. Yeah, there's a bunch of success for everybody out here, but you got to learn what to do. What do you want to stand out? I'm not saying stand out in a bad way. Stand out in the way people want to be attracted to you. That's the whole method of the attraction marketing thing is about standing out and being attractive with your own personality. People only attracted to those who are confident in their own skin. Quit trying to be your upline. You know, I hear in this space back in the day, follow your upline. Learn from your upline. Should be. Can't follow everything. Should be more. Learn from your upline. Be influenced in some ways by your upline, but do not mock your upline. Do not mock your leadership. They are unique people. You are the unique ones in this space. Okay? So that's my tip for the night. Session. GregSmith session at 7. Gotta start a little earlier. I wanted to get this done. I'm trying some new shit. Using new streaming platform. Actually using it. I'm out and about on my cell. Using some overlays and different things just to stand out. And that's what you got to do in this business. Get the attention of people that, they may want to do it. And it doesn't matter if they're not popping up on here right away. People will pop up afterward, later on. Okay? That's what they do. You can't dictate when somebody's going to come on. No matter if you got the audience, okay? Some people in the audience are just not going to do it. I don't care who else is online today. That's fine. Because all this stuff can be done as a replay. Okay? And I'm just, with all these different softwares, you can do replays, repurpose some of your content. We live in a really more exciting times, grateful times. I always said, some of the millennials do not know what they got their hands on. They don't know how much of the technology I wish we had back 20, 30 years ago. If I had all this shit now, I know I've been a lot far ahead. Would have never gone to school as such. All right. Spent all that money because I could have learned this stuff. And if I did go to school, I'd have still been further ahead. Okay? And that's the problem. We spend so much time learning. We don't spend a lot of time applying. That's the true lesson in anything that you do. Okay? You have to apply. Knowledge is wasted if there's no application to it or implementation to it. Okay? You can have all the knowledge in the world. All of it. And you don't have a whole lot. You just apply what you know and expand upon that knowledge. All right? This is why training is so important. Well, we got training every week here. Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock. Actually, I can say at 9 o'clock. 8 o'clock. We have trainings all the time, every week. So we're always inviting people. It's free. Because you want to learn to make money online, you got to be trained, folks. Ain't just going to come out osmosisly. A lot of stuff they ain't. Now, they kind of teach. But they don't teach a lot of stuff in school to be successful. They teach a lot of stuff in school for you to be compliant to a system. They teach you a lot of stuff to go to work. They don't teach you a lot of stuff about entrepreneurship. Maybe there's some more, not more now than it used to be, but before, it's still about the system. And they're going to protect their system because if they can feed their system, that's how some powers that be still maintain their power. You got to have certain folks working that engine to maintain the power that you have. It's sad to say that we live in a society like that, and that society is just not U.S. I was talking about a girl that's living in Switzerland. You know about all the stuff that's going on, especially with the COVID cases. It's not just the United States that you got people ain't willing to take the vaccine. This is a global thing. That's why it's still affecting a lot of people globally, because you got people that is hard-headed as hell. I want to do this. I don't believe in that. This and that. But y'all do believe in the fuck going to that job, getting paid barely to put, and you can't put a down payment on a Twinkie. Y'all believe the fuck out of that. All right? And y'all believe the hell out of somebody gonna come down from the sky and save your ass. No. It's your job to save your own ass. Okay? It's your job. Not somebody else's. We need to understand that. But we're not taught that. Because, we always talking about we're talking about February, let people talking about slavery. Well, let's look at certain things. I think sometimes a lot of y'all still in slavery by the things you do. You don't understand what's going on. And I was saying to people, some of the things that happened in the 60s were okay, but they did not really benefit anybody to now. I know everybody talking about John, what's his name that died, Congressman. But sometimes you wonder, and I might get stepped on toes, did they really know why they were marching? Voting rights ain't anything because you got economy. They'll take your vote, and I said this again, they'll take your vote and may not do shit with it to help any communities unless you got an economy behind it and some power. See, this is where we forget freedom ain't free. People want to argue about their freedoms and stuff. Freedom ain't free. No matter what it is you want. So you got to be careful when it comes to talking about all this stuff. You got to be real about really what's happening. How all these government entities are doing the things that they do. It's based to serve themselves, nothing else. And we got to understand, especially the black and brown communities out here. I was listening to this guy today. I don't mean to get into politics, but we got to keep it fucking real. I got to keep it fucking real. When you create yourself to certain things just to get along and you still ain't made no money and you still are the same thing, you still working at a job, still trying to get out of it or whatever. And sometimes your politics can be way based out of whack. And I hear this shit all the time about what or who is helping their families. Well, I'm going to tell you something. If he's listening, I hope he is. If you're not in that bracket of economy, okay, they're not thinking about you. And this ain't a black or white thing. This ain't even a Democrat Republican thing. But since we're talking about what this last administration it did, they're not giving a shit about whether you are um, Republican, okay? Because that last administration is fucking over their own people, especially with this virus thing. And we always talk about, they want to talk about the Fast and the Furious helped um, get away with the politics out of getting this virus out. Okay, that's fine. But on the same time, they were talking about this thing was a hoax. So how you gonna say one thing? They're saying one thing, okay, and then and then telling people it's a hoax. Well, you can't. You playing two sides of the coin, and this is why we're in the state we are in now. Okay, this is why we're in the state we are in now. Let me see something here. Banners. All right, go here. Okay, been on here. Tonight's training here. I'm gonna leave this right down here. You look down, lower third. That's where you can register for tonight's training. In about when is it? What time is it? So at 7:15, about 45 minutes. Go register at GregSmith Solutions .online. You can register for tonight's training here. Okay. My Sunset Sunday show right here. You can register for that there. Okay. And if you want to keep up with things that I've been saying, if you like what I've been saying, if you enjoyed what I'm saying, get on my email list, GregSmith.online. You can register right there, get alerts for different things, emails, videos, whatsoever. Okay. With that being said, I hope you got value. Hope you like what you're seeing on here, trying out new things with software and everything. You always got to test out things to see how it works. Test them out, see how they work. If they work, fine. If they don't work, fine. There's no fuss and muss. You just test it out. Some people get scared to test stuff out. You don't know if something's going to work unless you test it out, folks. Okay? That being said, I hope you got value. It's about 7:15. Get off of here. Peace. Take care. See you tonight. Training. Hump day, Wednesday night training. Okay? GregSmith Solutions .online. I'm out. Later.